Hello, welcome to one more episode of Anima, the podcast where we post, we reflect, and we empower. So here I had these two beautiful friends, my beautiful Risel that I know for so long, and my new beautiful friend Gabriella. Thank you so much for being here. And like I said, we're not going to talk about so much about what they do, because what I really want you guys to know is who they are. Like their version of them that is unapologetically here, and it's going to be herself. So I'm going to have their names and all the information so you guys can follow them. But this is them and their best and their worst and everything, but they're just perfect the way they are. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Risel. Thank you, Gabriella. Thank you so much, ladies. And it's meant to be. I don't know if we're going to talk about how you guys connect outside and everything meant to be, because she was supposed to be early. But that's how it works, right? We were talking about how when we let it flow, when we don't push ourselves to try to control our friends or what they do or what time they come, and we just let it be, we realize that the universe, God, whatever you want to believe, it puts everybody connected with the same energy, the same frequency, and it just it flows.
It's meant to be for me, met you and be talking to you. I feel you are a very powerful woman, and I want to learn a lot from you. Like,
yes, of course. I'm very, very open, and that is my power. But it could be also a double sword for me, because I'm very open, very open. If I see I can help on somebody, I go for it. I just showed you. I'm like, come here.
you're
like, come here. Let me show you. If I feel like the vibes, and like I said, that's a great power of mine. But also, it could. I learned through the years that it can make me, because I'm so friendly, it can make people take advantage of me.
Yeah, think that they are able to take advantage from you. Yeah,
but I can read those things now. I think I've grown up, and I think just and I go way back, and I love meeting her friends, and I love being part of this podcast and getting to know a lot of people. So I'm so grateful, and it's meant to be, because we're both in the beauty industry.
I know,
and I love connecting in the beauty industry. Like, I really love that. So.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies. See, this is what I'm talking about. When you allow yourself to be you and to lose control of things that you can control, things were better than we expected.
That's right.
Look at us.
Yeah.
I'm thank you. But anyway, let's start.
Sure, let's go.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So and this is really a conversation. So, like we say, pause, reflect, and empower. And hopefully our viewers will also do the same if they use their time wisely. Yeah. That's right, because I know your time is as important as our time. And I think we can actually see other people to judge them, or we can see other people to say, you know what? Oh my God, I admire her, or you know what? I don't want to be like her. Whatever you can actually use your mirror, your perception to become the version you want to be, do it. That's what we're here for. And with not much to say, I will start with Risel. Sure. Okay. What would you love to share with us today?
I've had so many changes in my life periodically, and lately, the new version of myself is to continue to be a leader, at the same time to step down and let other people show their true selves without changing myself. That's or amazing. Having to prove myself to anybody else. But also voicing myself that I don't need to shut up. I don't need to feel intimidated by other people because they feel intimidated by me, by being empowered.
Absolutely. So, don't dim your light to let other people shine.
I don't. It used to. It's still, I have a struggle with it, because people sometimes get in my head, and then I tell myself, nope, snap out of it. Good. Get out of that, because you did what you were supposed to do. You were professional. You said what you needed to say. If people thinking that you're bossy or they have other things. They maybe have other issues with themselves, and that's them. I can't reflect that on me.
It's none of
and
your
I
business.
said what I needed to say respectfully, professionally, and with always not losing myself.
Amazing. Oh my God. I know. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of her. Because she knows we know for so long, and she knows me when I was
strong
looking
character.
Yeah. We love her. I think we're empaths.
Yes.
And we just so you guys know, we haven't seen each other in a long time.
Yeah.
We're kind of catching up in front of you guys.
My baby was crawling, and now he's running.
I know, baby. I know.
You met me without baby. You met me through breakups. You
oh my God.
met me now as a mom.
I know.
As a married woman. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
As a single. I mean, every stage. And you also too. You saw me, my desperate trying to be seen,
but never with judgments with each other, which I love. And that's why I always call you with my mind when I need you. And then she's like, hey. And I'm like, yes, I've been wanting to reach you, and we're there.
Yeah. And I think we know, I think, and that's really also Anima purpose. And I'm going to take also a little bit of time because I don't even think I have told you guys what Anima means. Anima is really the version of us and a man, because most of the time we think, and you guys don't have to agree with this, okay? This is just a me Anima.
Okay.
So I believe that the soul has, just like the brain, two sizes. Your masculine and feminine, right? Mm-hmm. So, and the masculine, like as, I don't know if you guys heard that we are only one and we're all one and everybody's a mirror. So when you think you're in love with someone, really, you're only loving the version of you and the masculine side. So, and they love the version of you and they're feminine. And that's what Anima is. So what I'm trying to actually go for is empower that Anima. So your animus is not only the right one, but it's also the person that you want to share the moments with. Because sometimes we always have the right person, even if it's the bad person, because it's the one that's going to help you to go to the next, right? Mm-hmm. And at that moment, we don't know these things. But the more we grow and the more we are conscious of what's happening, because I don't know if you guys have those stories, I do, where you repeat the same guy with a different body, like the same actions, the same treatment, the same loneliness, the same voidiness, all of it. Why? Because we're not changing. And the whole idea is others are there to help us evolve. And sometimes normally we don't tend to listen to that.
We want to ignore those signs.
Yes, and we can't blame everyone, right? But the point is they're helping us all, like you said. And I think that's why we connect so much, because we're empath, and we were at a point that we were doing so much for everyone that they had to come, the mean ones, to take so much that we had to say enough.
That's right.
And when we say enough, that empowers you. And now, not only you're kind, but you're powerful. Because now you know that you can be as good as you want, but also you can be able to say no. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. But that's my theme for Anima. And now let's go back to my girls, because this is for you, ladies. This is for you to be you, to share whatever you want. And like I said, I know for a fact they won't be able to judge, because I don't believe in judgment. I believe that we're mirrors of each other. So with that being said, you're welcome to be you, unapologetically you. Let's go, my baby girl.
All right.
So anything you want to tell us of any journey experience that you have gone through, that you can say, like we were just saying, it was awful. You don't have to say names, but like, hey, I fall down and, and I came back and I feel so strong about this story. And maybe another woman can mirror herself through that and say, oh my God, thank you for mentioning that.
So I think that us as women that have our own businesses or even work for other people tend to have that version of work self.
Yeah.
And we have also that version of home self, of being a mom, a wife,
yes,
a sister, a daughter. And sometimes they both collage in the sense that they can be very overwhelming. And it's okay to take some time to yourself. Our moms don't understand it. You know, my mom always has that cute little comment, I call it, that she's like, you don't have enough time for this and that. And I said, I'm taking care of me so I can have enough for everyone.
And you know why I think is this? And this is just how I figure out a lot of things. And maybe you can mirror this. Because they give so much, they forgot about herself.
Yes.
And they think that's the normal. And so when you're doing, they're like, no, I didn't do that. But that's the key. We're breaking cycles.
That's right. We are breaking cycles. And it's very different to compare ourselves to our mothers.
Absolutely.
Because their priorities was their families.
And they did the best they could with what they know.
Exactly. So, and I feel like we have so much information out there nowadays, but we're also working women just as our spouses, our significant others are. And it could be really hard to stop being the masculine side and get into your feminine side a lot of the times, because we're also providers.
Exactly.
And we're a team with our significant other. And so a lot of the times it's really, really hard to pull back and be vulnerable to our own selves.
Yes.
And to say, hey, I need to sit in my car for like 10 minutes, decompress, and then go into the second chaos that is my household sometimes, you know, and then deal with the chaos in the house. So it's okay to be taking a break to ourselves, because it can be overload in our bodies when we don't take that time, can reveal in physical ways.
Absolutely.
You can feel sick. You can have, mental breakdowns. I've had so many times that my body has given out physically, that I've landed on the floor and I didn't know why. And it's because I wasn't taking care of myself. And it's scary because you get used to the panic attacks, and then those are coming. Yeah. But then your body reacts a different way because you're so overloaded at work. You're so overloaded, with the pressure at home, with like what's happening next. And then you forget you need to slow down.
Absolutely.
You need to think about you, and if you've eaten.
Exactly.
If you've exercised, if you've gone out, if you enjoyed yourself.
I love that.
If you had time to share with other women. I have a beautiful group of friends that there's no judgment. And that's also very hard to find nowadays. And we're a big group of girls, and I love them. And the version, we're doing
that now.
Yeah, I take my time. I don't take it every month like I should, but they're also very helpful. Like I can reach out to any of them and be like, hey, like I'm going through this, and they're okay. So having that support with other women and recognizing that and they're all new friends. For most of them are pretty new.
That's a good sign. Beautiful. You know what that means, right?
Yeah.
That means that you just, and I don't mean that I know more than you, okay? It's just like, I have this, my husband sometimes he says, sometimes when you say that, you act like you're, no, that's not what I mean, because, you teach me more sometimes than I teach you. Or I think we mirror each other.
Yeah.
It's the fact that, I forgot what I was saying. I was more focused on trying to say, hey, I got inside my friend's conversation now. wait, what were we talking about?
So, it's a good sign that I surround myself with good friends now, and that I definitely recognize that my circle definitely has become smaller. Mm-hmm. But that we surround ourselves with women that was going to say us. That
women, whether we want it or not, is the circle that we need. And every time we change our frequency, don't be afraid to lose some friends.
Oh yeah,
because you will lose some friends.
That's what I
was going. Okay,
that's what I lost friends.
Oh my God, hallelujah! Because I knew it was an important message.
It's hard to lose friends. Now that you mention that, I lost a friend of 17 years. And it hurt me. I went through a breakup with her.
Yeah, and hurts like you are like a child.
It's almost it hurts as much as losing a freaking husband.
It's also healing,
right?
It's healing.
Yes,
because I didn't realize, although we grew up together and I was there for her, when I needed her most, she wasn't there for me. So I knew it was a stupid fight, first of all. The stupidest fight you can think of. She was going through a lot. I was going through a lot. And then
I know how hard, because she loves to, like, you love like me, like,
yes, I love hard. Like when I love so much. And so then I had to take a decision. Unfortunately, a friend was in the middle of it. And I asked that friend, hey, I think it's time for me to let go of her. I'm not going to ask you to do the same. You can take your own path, but we're grown-ups. We're not in kindergarten. And it's time for me to let go of that person, see my version in that light. And
sometimes they come back too, you know? Yeah. It's never like, but it's necessary.
It is necessary to let go of some people. And so she is the third person I've let go in my life. And I'm okay.
You
That's
literally
amazing.
you let it go for the good ones come inside,
exactly.
right?
You make space for that.
I felt very painful when I lost friendships, but I realized that was good for me when was happening. So good friends and good things was coming on my way and was happening. Then I said, oh my God, that was a good decision. Step it away from that friendship. Stop being too much with those friends and change my environment. I see how much I'm growing. I see how much I'm improving myself. So
exactly.
You don't realize that sometimes they can stop you growing and getting into another version of yourself.
Exactly. And also we have to be aware that the moment you're working on yourself, and when I say you're working on yourself, is you recognize how much power you have and how sometimes how much you've been giving away and taking away from you. It will push some people. If some people will get bothered, they will be like, hey, wait a minute, you used to do this for me. You used to answer every phone call when I call you, whenever I want, whenever I need you, whenever I wanted to dump some shit on you, right? So now that you're taking care of yourself and you are taking care of your family, you're taking care of your kids, you're taking care of yourself, then sometimes people will be like, hey, where are you? Like almost like demanding.
I've had that too.
Right?
I've had it where like I had to let go of some friends because, you know, you grow up, you move around and stuff like that. And then they follow you or they reach you on social media and they're like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know how we lost touch and stuff like that. I'm very forgetful. So
that's beautiful.
If somebody hurts me, I forget why.
That's beautiful.
But it stays behind me that something happened between me and that person because there was probably a reason why we disconnected.
Okay.
So if that happens, that's okay. But then I'm very careful again with whoever comes back in my life because I don't need that energy to be sucked out again.
Yeah.
And that's okay too. Like, you know, I may forget why we fought. But I don't forget that something happened. Yeah, the lesson, exactly.
Because it has to be a lesson, right? I always said somebody, and this is just the way I think, and sometimes it might be a little crazy, but everybody comes with a gift, even if that gift, even if it comes in the wrong package, you know, in a
damaged package,
like tear way, you know, like ooh. It does, right? I don't know if you guys want to share any moment that you have gone through like a deep, you know, like I know you're sharing this with your friends, but did you say like what came out of that? Like what was the experience that you learned from that? Because I think we all went through that.
So I feel like that's a bit of my mantra, like every situation, good or bad, that's what I analyze.
Amazing.
What came good out of this situation? If it was bad, what did I do wrong? What can I do better? How can I move forward? And how can I forgive myself if I did wrong? And did I apologize sincerely? Because some people sometimes apologize unsincerely just to apologize.
That's true.
And a sorry means nothing
if
it doesn't come from the heart.
That's true.
And so I always check myself first. And then I check the situation to verify, hey, you know, I did my best and maybe I could have done this a little bit better. And if it is wrong, I'm an Aries, so I'm strong-headed. But I've always told myself, I don't want to be like everybody else and not apologize. And so I reach out. I let go of my I go and just like ask them for forgiveness.
Yeah.
And I said what I needed to say as sincerely as possible. And I hope they take it. If they don't, that's okay. I already let it out.
Yeah.
If not, I also talk it with that. It's one thing that I do to myself. I talk it with it in the mirror.
That's amazing.
I practice it. I practice it how I'm going to feel about it. And if I get the chance to, then I do it. You know, so I guess looking back at yourself and really realizing the good things about any situation and the bad things about any situation and the lesson that you learned in each is growth.
Oh my God, you nailed
it.
it.
It's growth.
Yes.
You're all those versions before you, but you're also every version you step into.
And I was reading a book that said that every time you grow, not only you're going to push your community, the people that surround to grow with you, but it says that your brain likes to be around people that are talking about growth.
Yeah.
Actually,
definitely.
you get your brain, ladies, gets stimulated by anything that you're learning, especially if it's self-growth or any growth, learning to cook, whatever you're interested, but any growth is good. And every time you go and talk to people and people are complaining and I'm telling you and this and they see you, even if they have everything, they should be happy and they still not. Ladies, be careful because we're wasting our energy on somebody that is not interested in getting better.
I don't like to be around people that just complain.
They just want to, and sometimes.
Also reading the room.
Right. Yes.
Reading the room. I felt in peers in my industry, in places that I'm trying to be supportive to other peers and not feeling welcome.
Yeah.
Feeling the hate, and I stand there and then I go, you know what? I don't think these people are okay. Like they're not vibing with me and they're seeing me as like, that's okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Like then it's not meant for me to be around there.
Exactly.
And I don't need to apologize for who I am.
No.
I
Absolutely.
have lots of knowledge.
You have to take a space.
And that's okay. And so I cut those people away slowly.
Amazing.
And I let go. And when I figure out, oh, yeah, so-and-so did this or did that, well, that's great. It's wonderful. And I sincerely love that they move on, you know? And I always have this saying when I've come out of a situation, professionally and personally, I always send them with a blessing. And I always say, God, please let them have whatever their heart desires so successfully that they don't need to reach out to me, that they go on in their path and they feel happy and grateful because from back here, I'm not going to be hating. I'm actually going to be rooting for them that they're going, even if they may not think that I am. That's okay.
That's amazing.
And I move on.
That's amazing.
And I move on.
And to say those words and to recognize and it's really to take ownership of also, realizing that you don't need to put up with anything.
Yeah.
And then you can be responsible to make right. Because really, we are only control of how we react, right? We can control how other people react. We can control how mean somebody's going to be to you. And sometimes like how they see you, like you said, and
or they take your words.
Yes. Or they manipulate. You say one thing and they go like, no.
Tell me about it.
Why would we want that? But anyway, we don't want to talk. This space is to reflect. We're reflecting that we have the power to move on and bring what we can control and empower ourselves. So Gabriella, what are you going to share with us? What story or what part or what situation maybe in your life that you experienced that you look back now and you say, oh my God, that was tough, but now I wouldn't be the woman I am today without that experience?
Well, that was a good question and a very long reply answers. Well, everybody pass for bad moments in the life. We always have a heavy thing on the back to carry on.
Absolutely.
So, and I think so that since when I start like listen to my heart and listen what I meant to be here, do it here in this earth. I passed for moments that also shaped me. It's hard, but also shaped me to be the best version of myself. And
That's beautiful.
I got to like an example, just come here to America as an immigrant. I was not speaking English at all. I was like not know nobody else, and try to make my life, change my family life in Brazil, and working on my dreams, working on this is a lonely path.
Yes.
And hard ones where you carry your pains and all those things alone by yourself.
Absolutely.
On the way we find good souls, good people. And I'm grateful for those people that I keep in my life. But like, wow, it is tough. Like,
but it's good. You're releasing that moment is gone, because look at you now. You wouldn't be that beautiful. Like how strong you are, like owning your own
people
business.
Doubted. I always knew it who I am, but people always doubted about myself. Like when I came to America, I'm going to America. Well, I'm speaking English. Like, I'm having a business. People doubted yourself. You don't have a power to grow whatever you are doing. And is something that I started, like, as you said, be yourself. No, don't be ashamed about be yourself. I used to be ashamed about myself because people, maybe they see or they don't see. And then I was believing on what people were talking, saying. And then when I stepped away and I started looking at me, and then, wow, everything changed. Friendship changed, decisions changed, my mind opened. So everything was like quickly connecting.
I know. Now you own your own business. Like you both ladies. This is amazing. I mean,
it is hard. It is hard,
yeah.
you know.
Yes.
You were how old doing in the beauty industry? More than 10 years?
I've been 15 years. That's actually how me and her met. And she actually introduced me to the first salon owner. In order to get licensed, I was already on my way to like growing with just hair and makeup. And I've gone through so many phases.
I know.
Of like
so beautiful.
Owning a studio, owning a new space, creating it, filing literally from the ceiling all the way down, painting floors, everything, right? And then
start with zero clientele.
Nothing. And then starting over again. Because I also took a hard decision one day. I woke up and I said, okay, I'm pregnant. My landlord is not helping. Any second, my whole investment that I have could go down to the ground. So what's the next move? What's the next thing I need to do? And giving up my personal space after 5-6 years, and then
it's
stepping
hard,
into, right? It's really hard. And then although Virginia and DC are close to each other, I kid you not, 90% of my clients left. 90% of my clients are brand new. And then the last year and a half, I stepped back into a busy salon and had to start new clients, reinvent myself, refocus, reinvest myself in education, and be unapologetically myself and tell them, hey, I still have a side business to run.
That's amazing.
And it's not going to interrupt with this. Instead, if you see it and you take advantage of this, we're going to grow. And that's exactly what I've done in a year, 2 years now, going back as a new mom, feeling the guilt and all of that. And it's kind of like, you know what? You can always reinvent yourself and
That's
still
amazing.
do your side thing in the right place.
That's amazing,
So
amiga.
it's-
Please give yourself a little pause and tell yourself thank you, because honestly, the easier way it will be to go make $2,000, $3,000, whatever your goal is a month, and have a boss, but never really have your own life.
Yeah.
This is you. This is you building it. You know that you're creating it. And this is what this moment is.
Yeah.
And so hopefully other women can reflect how strong you guys are, how we all can come up out of situations.
definitely.
In every situation make us stronger.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's very admirable, Gabrielle, that, like, you've only been here for so short. You speak English wonderfully. Don't ever be ashamed of your accent,
Don't
because it's
doubt
beautiful. First of all,
it's sexy.
It's so sexy. It's so sexy. And on top of that, like, having the want to grow,
Yeah.
to step out of your country, out of your comfort zone, out of your family, to be here by yourself, to learn things by yourself.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a
And
lot.
you guys
So
doing it.
You're doing it, and that's wonderful. Like, that's something that every woman should support each other on.
Yes.
That, like, it's not easy to get out of your country. I didn't have a choice. I mean, like, my parents brought me here when I was very little. But I also had so many cultural shocks from even state to state.
That's true.
And I still am very connected with my roots. And I still admire a lot of people who come later on in life and start from scratch.
Absolutely.
Like, to me, that means, like, you really wanted to grow. And the other day I actually heard something in TikTok. If you really want to grow, go live somewhere else. Go live in another country.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Learn how to get home, learn a new language, learn something else. And it made me think, man, maybe I should just leave. And then I'm like, nope. Not right now, but that's a thought. But it's so admirable that you are young, beautiful, have everything ahead of you, and for you to even learn a whole language, that's amazing.
Oh my God, I love this. It's almost like, like I feel like women inspire women, the other inspire, and that's the goal, right? Because we all also can do the other thing, but that's what we don't want. That we want to make sure that this is what we want to see. This is the real, and accept also who we are, because some days we also are not nice, but we still need the friends that they accept us for who we are, and not for what we can afford only to them.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
What
and
we
this
can
is
offer.
or what we can offer.
When I was like on the age of 28, 29, I start see that from people. It takes me time to start read people and see all the intentions, because I was always see good things on people. But then things was happening in my life, and I started to see like, oh my God, I'm around superficial people. Everybody here is superficial. Everybody's like, if you have something to offer, then you are cool to be here. If you don't have nothing to offer, like
They're not around.
Yeah.
yeah. So and then that started bring me down, and I was like, what I'm doing with my life? I'm here. I'm being a student. I don't want to be having this type of job I was doing by the moment, because, well, as an immigrant, I did a lot of things here. Like I work with a bunch of things to make my life happen, and then be where I am right now with my business and running the things and investing and grow each time more. But like, when I was about to be in the age of 30, I had a lot of lessons, and I started to see people with the masks, like people put masks on their face, and I don't want to be this. I don't want to be with a face mask. I want to be myself. I don't want to be ashamed of who I am.
Amazing.
I don't want to be ashamed of where I came from, because I started also be ashamed of where I came from. So I don't want to be ashamed from my background, my history. Like, it's not something bad. It's because I came from a very humble family where, like, when I was a little kid, I could never dream about having the lifestyle that I have right now.
Yeah.
So literally, I'm living my dream life right now.
Oh my God. This is so beautiful.
So came like from like I tell myself that I have the power of a phoenix. Do you believe that we all have a power?
Of course.
Do you recognize your power?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I used to say I tell everybody that I have the power of a phoenix. Like, even something bad is happening and is putting me down, the other day I will reborn, and I will make it happen. My life will turn.
Baby, I know you have the power in every single human being has the power. The problem is, I think, is that we don't remember. And because we don't take time for ourselves, most of the time we are taught to look things outside, right? And look, you overcame, and all of us, I think, you too, all of us out there, you guys too at home, just pause and look back and appreciate that, because we tend to forgive because the ego always wants more, right? And what's more? What's enough? What's enough? I got to the point that I was getting all the goals that I want, and it hit me. When is enough? When I have the big house,
To enjoy.
when I make the fixed video, what if you make all your goals? And I said, it's never going to be enough time. So I start watching, looking back and saying, wait, I already have enough. Maybe I'm not looking what I have with the right lens, which sometimes it happens because when we grow up, like, you know, I don't know, like, each one has a different childhood, right? Like I grew up in a small town when, like you said, I didn't know I was going to be living my dream. And I think everyone can do that as long as we keep telling each other what you said.
We are capable, and we have the superpower. You just believe in yourself.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that, because, you know, I believe a lot of women out there are going to watch you, and they're going to watch you guys, and they're going to say, you know what? I believe in myself now. It just takes another person to look you in the eye with the same love that you have for yourself and tell you can do it. Anything that you want, it's possible.
Yeah, I love it. I take those words to my heart. I love it.
Because I am saying it from the heart, and you guys know. And for me to feel this love for other women, the way I feel, I only needed to love myself. Because sometimes it's hard, I gotta say. It is. It's not easy, because a lot of people don't know what's loving yourself. Like it's buying purses, it's looking beautiful. Yeah, I guess that's part of it, right? But what is internal work? What is the time for yourself? Like you said, like you have a new kid, sometimes we feel guilty to take a minute for ourselves. Even if you didn't have a kid yet, you feel guilty that you're not maybe sending money home or helping everyone, right? So there is always a reason why we shouldn't do the things. But this is why we're here. This is Anima. Thank you guys for taking the time to pause. And we're reflecting, and we're hopefully empower each other and empower other women to remember that everything is within us already. And then we're capable of doing everything that you guys are, that we're putting ourselves to do, right?
Taking the risks.
Exactly.
Don't be afraid.
And don't be afraid. And I don't know if you guys want to say, before we leave, if you guys want to give your younger self or maybe your future self a message, because that message is either way is for the other women watching us or hearing us.
Yeah, definitely. Well, what I learned, because I'm 31 right now. So what I learned is, and I regret so much, and I try to tell every younger woman that appear on my studio, client or friend, don't think they are not capable. If you have a dream, if you want to do something, go do it. Even people are saying you are not capable, you are crazy, you're never going to get it, it's not going to happen for you. Don't listen to those people. Don't stop being yourself to be fit in a place where you don't belong. And that's my regret. My regret for my whole life is try to be accepted by people, try to be who I'm not, to be like lovely, to fit it in, exactly, and do the things that other people want, and you do it, not what I want to do. So when I regret so much not doing a lot of things in my life because I listen to other people's opinion, the hate, the jealous, the whatever, the complaints, people doubt it on you, will doubt it no matter what. So it's just you, and it's your job to tell you, and choose also the thoughts you wanna
Keep
put
in your mind.
In your mind, you are the owner of your life. You are the owner of your thoughts. So it is your life, and you need to make happen. It's up to you. Like, not it's up to other people.
Don't complain about other people.
Yes.
And take responsibility, right? I think that's
Yes.
something that we all need to take. Thank you so much, Gabriela. I think I'm so proud of you, girl. You know, when we met, I think certain souls, as soon as you meet, it's almost like when you like someone, right? Like I was telling you, animals. Like, we like each other because we see each other in the other person. Right?
Yeah.
And that's the beauty. And we also don't like people that sometimes we see in each other, you know, and that's the work. That's the work, ladies, okay? It's easy when we like each other, but what if we don't like someone? And maybe you want to touch on that before we leave and before we say goodbye.
Yeah. And I want to say something.
You want to say, go ahead, please.
I want to say something like, I love the way you talk, the way you put yourself out. I'm watching you, and literally, like, you got my admiration right now. I love
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you. I have a new bestie now.
I wish I could know more. I want to know more about actually your life and your things that
You want to know the crazy me? Sure.
Yeah, I want to know.
Whatever you guys, listen, guys, I don't want to push you uncomfortable that you want to talk.
No.
This is what
I love
comes for
this
the real
space,
you.
and that's why I love being around you, Giselle, because you have such a beautiful soul around you.
And don't judge it.
And yeah, no judgment, exactly.
Yeah.
And so two things I want to say about like, I was thinking when you were talking and what I was going to say, right? And one thing has to do with leadership. I think a lot of women can feel sometimes, I've always heard since I was really young, you know, your daughter's a leader. She always can pull people together. But that can also, like I said before, be a little bit cut-offish to some people because they reflect themselves, that they're saying, no, you're too bossy. No, you say things this way or that way. That's just a reflection or trying to put you down because they can't take it. They can't take it. And after I turned 30, I learned that. My mom actually, right now that I'm in a academy for my field, they touched based on that. Sometimes people around us accidentally tell us that we're too much. We're too much of, how we are and stuff. And now talking about how some people get us into a space. I always warn people, I'm very nice. I love to help. You ask me for help, I'm there. I don't care who you are, if I know you, if I don't. If I can help you, I help you. But some people either take advantage of that, don't see the leadership on that, and then they try to take away that from you, and at the same time, try to put you down.
Yeah. There is a saying that it says, when kindness without boundaries is a path to self-sabotage. And I honestly swear by, because we never, at least I never had boundary. I'm like, you want, yes, do.
I used to be that way.
Right?
Now I'm not. I'm not that. Like, now I can tell, I do warn people, like I said, and I tell them, as nice as I am, there's some people who bring the sarcastic nastiness out of me, and I stay away from that version of myself when I feel that, because I don't want to be nasty. That's not that version I want to keep away.
Yeah.
It can be tucked away.
Yeah.
It's okay. But, I don't know if this has ever happened to you guys. Like, you meet somebody and they start speaking a certain way or acting a certain way, and then you have at the tip of your tongue the response, but it's sarcastic, it's nasty, and it's just kind of like, I have to bite myself and say no. And so I stay away from that because I know I can be that version too. And
that's not what you want to bring out.
That's not who I want to bring out. Yeah. But I do warn people, hey,
there is a version
I will defend
of me.
myself if I need to. I will stand by myself, and you can either take it depending on how the conversation is going, bad, like oh, you just want to be right. You just want to be right. Or they can be like, oh, wait a second. Like if they are mature enough, maybe this person has something to say, and maybe I should reflect on myself. I can't expect everybody else to be mature enough. It don't matter the age. It don't matter your studies. It don't matter your background. It don't matter if we come from the same country.
Exactly.
If they are not mature enough to have a conversation, that version can be reflected as a weakness to you. And they're going to try to say that you're always trying to be right. You're always trying to do this. You're always trying to do that. It's okay. You can take it that way. It's all right. But don't lose myself into it.
That's that.
Don't lose myself into it.
And it's funny how we grow, right? We have to grow.
Yeah.
I think all this experience that we have shared, it make us, I mean, I'm looking at you, I know you from, so long, baby, so long, and you're like,
you've known a lot of versions of me, and I love that.
And I admire you. I look at you and like, when you look at, it's almost like looking at like a sister, a child that you seen grown. Like, I'm so proud of you, amiga.
That. And you're also at fault of where I've stand. Like,
yeah,
I was so shy when I started doing hair and makeup and events.
Oh my God. Yeah.
They weren't paid. And here we are, 10 hours giving our work. And here comes this beautiful Giselle showing her perfection and imperfections. And she was walking runways. And I was like, wow, and she's a little older than me. She's not a lot older than me. But, it was, I didn't want to do a runway, and people always, before I used to, but then I had gained weight, and then I had lost
confidence. How we ourselves, sometimes we put in a little box just because of what we hear around, right? Have you guys noticed that when we look back and we say like, how did the hell allow other people to put this?
Yes, and then I didn't, because I felt like in the back all the time, people would tell me, oh no, like you can't be so bossy, you can't, and then it would pulled me back. Then it actually made me stop from like growing. And now I don't care. I do the funny videos. I don't care. I do the fun stuff. I say, hey, no, these are my credits. Amazing. This is my work. This is where I messed up, and this is where I learned.
And you know what happened when we actually hold to all those emotions that we don't allow ourselves to respond? They turn into rage, anger. Yeah. And the worst part is that we go and throw that to the people that love us the most. Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, that's me. But the one I want to, the point that I wanted to touch right now is that I'm so grateful that all the women that I have invited, you guys are all grown, and I admire you. You say, like you say, you're young, but hey, I have learned things from you too. And it's almost like we learn from each other. And look, we might not seen each other sometimes for a long time, right? For a while,
but it's like we never left off.
Yes, exactly. That's how I feel. But even in a better, like, it's like almost like, I feel like I'm growing. Everybody's growing with you.
Yeah.
And that is the important part to see, right? And to remind ourselves that I guess every moment that we experience, even though those moments that we give ourselves for free in a way, giving our art.
You learn.
Yes, you learn. You learn what? That yes, you ended up meeting people like ourselves that yes, maybe they need a little bit of validation or being seen, but they have a big heart and too much to give.
That's right. So I recently actually had a colleague of mine that I admired, and then things turned a little sour. I don't know why, honestly. I think she surrounded herself with other people who didn't see me as my true self because they didn't know me.
Yeah.
And I still admire that she does what I didn't get to do at the beginning of my career. I don't care what happened between me and her. It was another fallout, I guess you could say, very short-lived. But I still admire. I wish that when I started out, I was that ballsy. We went to a lot of events. But did I ever go up to people, tell them, people will come up and they recognize my work, or the same models, the same designers, they would come up and be like, she did it. I'm like, yeah, thank you. It's okay.
But you know what? Also, that make you, and don't doubt yourself on that. Don't wish.
I do now, but I wish I was as ballsy as that person. And then I'm like, you know what? It's okay though.
Yeah, because I think you were perfect, and I think a lot of people love you because that's the kind of woman you were, and especially I did because of that. Because yes, I did see a lot of people that might got away, and let's be honest, they might have seen that they went a little farther, maybe. But I think your true self, your love and kind, is always gonna shine in the end. No matter what, it
always comes back to you.
Yes,
it always comes back to you.
And so I think
small little blessings.
Yes, you were perfect. You're perfect, and don't forget that.
Oh, I don't. And if not, I have Giselle to remind me.
Now I have a question. You guys touched like the runaway thing.
Oh, we did a lot. I loved it. I'm not gonna
the drama, the backgrounds, the running, the everything. I loved it.
Hey, you know,
and
it's
how
funny?
was I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's some young girls that were a lot taller than me, and I mean, you can say I'm more beautiful. Although in my mind, I was
She has a personality.
But I swear, because I kept them calm. I got paid because I kept them calm. Because it was so, like she can tell you. It was very, very, crazy. But I
could get catty, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that's what made me step away from it, because I said, I think I've had enough of this, and I've already taken away what I needed to take away.
Yeah.
And now they're coming back. A lot of events are coming back, and I see all these runways happening, and I wish I had the time, but my focus is something else. But it was beautiful while it lasted 10 years ago, and I learned so much. It got me to show different demographic of people that weren't my clients to practice on, and be in a high pressure place where you had to be running, and you had to deal with different characters, and some divas, some not, some sweet people, some not, and it was a lot. It was a lot.
I want to make a question for both of you. How you felt? How old you were when you have your first
you remember
runaway?
I never talk about age.
She's forever 21.
Okay, maybe 22. Listen, ask any friend that if they know my age. They really don't know, because I don't even know.
How old you were?
I do, but it's a secret.
Your first runaway, because I had my first runaway last year.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, it was literally when I stepped inside. I stepped on the runaway, and I looked at the lights, and I said, "Oh my God,
you're here!"
I'm a realized a dream that I had when I was a kid. And people say, you're not gonna be a model because look at you. Look how your hair look like how
standards have changed.
So literally I was like, think that this will never happen in my life, and just happen. And I wanna ask you how you felt when you had your first runaway, how you feel inside of you, because I felt a lot of emotions inside of me, and literally gave me a lot of butterflies as I was a teenager, a baby, like a child. And
yes. I'm going to let her go, because I think I'm going to, you actually touched something that I wasn't even thinking, but I'm going to go in there.
So my mom always put me into things. I've always been a very musical person. I love dancing. I grew up dancing Brazilian music. My a godmother used to say, man, let me take her to Holland so I can put her on the street so I can make some money with her, because she's always so lively and she always knows how to move. Now I see that in my son, which is so funny. I guess the leadership of me was that I didn't mind attention, but it never got to my head.
That's
it
amazing.
never got to my head. People would tell me I'm beautiful. It's not that I didn't believe them. It's that
you were humble.
I was humble enough to know, I have that vanity inside me of being vain, but I don't let it faze me.
That's
but
amazing.
People would judge me based on that. They would say, oh, she's young, she's beautiful, she might not be smart. But when they will hear me talk, they'll be like, oh, So runways, let that creativity, because I do have very creative things. I always have to do things with my hands, so I'm always very curious. And runways was a fun way to be pretty, be a girl, be beautiful, get the standards of like, if I'm short, if I have hips, because I have hips, if I have a small waist or not, if I have a little something here and there, I didn't care. Mm-hmm. I was not just a hanger for somebody, clothes, but I was also giving a character.
That's amazing.
And that was beautiful. And that's what runways taught me. And I still want to go back to it. Like, now as a mom, I want to...
the mom and kid. Mom and the little kid.
Like, I want to do it because I loved it. And I don't have the time for it right now, but I see Giselle. When I met her, she already had all her 4 kids. And she was in a freaking runway. I had gained so much weight. And at one point, lost it, felt beautiful again, and then gained it again because of health issues. And I learned again to be like, you know what, I can lose this, but I should still be myself. And during me gaining that weight, I actually got a lot of calls to do modeling. And I was not surprised, but I had to find myself to say, I'm still beautiful in every shape or way or form. Runways give you that, like, get that. You don't have to fit the box anymore. There's a space for everybody now.
It's almost you were
skinny and long.
You were seeing it as everything was changing too, because sometimes we listen to the outsiders, right?
Yes.
Like, what they believe is beauty, we believe in what's beauty. And that's really what it is. And I think hopefully whatever we have experienced, it teaches other women to, hey, you can still do the runway. You can still do whatever you want, but don't give it to a cause that you're losing yourself.
Yes.
And if you do, just remember that you can always go back to your center. And I think that's what like modeling is a dream. I think it's exactly. It's every little girl's dream, honestly. Yeah. And I think I had that from the beginning, even from Bolivia. Like, I used to model and and I bought a camera. That's why I wanted to, like, you asked the question, and I remember something that I never even thought about it. I wanted to take pictures of my kids. That's what I really bought the camera for. And then I took these classes, and this lady said, can you go on the front? We had the
practice.
We had to practice on the subject, and the subject wasn't there yet. So they sent me to the subject, and they said, go, we're going to fix out the lights. And I liked it, click and click and click, and almost broke my young self. I'm like, oh, no, forget about the kids. I'm like,
I want to be
I'm the superstar here.
Yeah. So that's when I started, and then I liked it. And I have also things that had happened when I was a kid that I wanted to find a way to, I did this crown stuff. Like, I did so many things that I don't regret none of them. In order for me to have a platform that I can speak loud my truth. So people and other women don't have to shut up and don't have to feel like they're alone, because there is so much inside you, so much information. There is so much that we sometimes don't remember, that I want to remind you that no matter what we have gone through, no matter what, you're not your past, you're not your thoughts. And if you really want to make peace with yourself, if for whatever reason you're having a hard time in life, because I think once we get to passing 30s, the soul starts calling back home. Meaning, as a young kid, we do whatever we want. We don't think about the time. We don't think, but it gets to a point that the soul starts saying, you came here for a bigger purpose. You came here to live your root, your, ¿cómo se dice? Tu sello. You came here to live your stamp. Find out what's your stamp, because we all are important. There is no one better than anyone.
Yes. We're
all equally the same. It's up to us whether we want to make it better or worse. And we're here to remind you that it is up to you to look inside, to remember who you are, because we're not telling you what to do. We're just sharing with you all our experience it, and how can we now look back and still, because the growth, it doesn't end until we pass out. But it's part of remind us that we're all in here, this together, and that we're all gonna be making mistake, and then it's okay, and then it's part of life, and then we can all do our best to do what's best for each other. Because at the end of the day, I can be all selfish I want, and it's all for me, which by the way, I did it. But I realize, and I hope we all realize, that we are all in this together. That if you can smile to someone that maybe has not been smiling, just do it. Just go around feeling
be kind.
Yes.
Just be kind.
Exactly. And if you can be kind,
say something kind.
Yeah, that's, and I don't know what else you guys want to say before we go, because I don't want to keep you guys all night here, because we can be all day here.
Well, after a certain age, I decided I like to spend my time like this, make my time be worth. I don't want to waste my time on clubs, like spend the time with things that's not going to put me in a better future. So my weekend is like this. Like I like to have a conversation with women, have my group of friends, so we share opinions, ideas, dreams, all those things. I like to spend time reading a book, thinking about my business. So yeah, before, no, but right now, my Fridays like this, oh my God, it feels like heaven for me. I feel amazing. I'm feeling amazing. Happy.
Have you noticed what you have changed have changed also your life, right?
Yes.
Sometimes we don't notice that. Sometimes we say we want life to change, but we don't want to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's something
feel comfortable in that, and to change, you have to get uncomfortable.
Yes,
and get moving. I think I'm in that phase right now because I'm trying to grow and investing. A lot of the times for us Hispanics that have gone through our own struggles, it seems like a lot. And in our own skin, we have to get uncomfortable.
Yes,
either financially or with other people, or get ourselves out there.
I always tell myself, remember, Giselle, to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Yes. That's the key. Yeah. One of my keys, because I have so many. But right?
Yes.
Because it's not easy. If you really want to change your life, you can't change it from the place you are at.
Yes.
Because if you don't like it, and I know even if we like what we like right now, it's gonna get to a point that this is also gonna be uncomfortable. Because we want more, and it's just normal, right? Yep. And that's what we hear. So with that being said, please, to your younger self, or to your younger self, or to your older self.
I'm actually gonna talk to myself right now.
Oh,
wow, good, amazing! I love it.
I'm gonna talk to myself right now because I am in an uncomfortable spot comfortably, but I'm still being myself, and I have to remind myself every day that so much, you can't expect other people to be at that level, right? And that's not degrading anybody else.
No.
So it's okay to just let things be.
Exactly, because you did the work, and you're done it, and as much as we want the other person to come with us, let's say, for instance, in our journey,
but you just listen to us, because it's already happened to us.
Yes.
I'm okay being uncomfortable right now. People don't know that.
Amazing.
People don't know that I'm uncomfortable. I think we had a talk one day that somebody made me uncomfortable. We went to lunch and I cried. And I still think about that time when you said, no, it's okay that other people feel like that around you, and it'll come back. And it did. Mm-hmm. It did. I remember that lunch long time ago. And I grew from that. And now I still look back to that conversation 5 years ago. And I say, you know what? I'm still going to be all those old versions of myself, and I love those versions because I've grown. Mm-hmm. And I can always step back into one of those versions sometimes. But also like my future self depends on me being okay right now.
That's amazing. Yeah.
That's good.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm gonna
I
take
should
from
give
you.
it like a coin there, because it's true. Your future self cannot be anything better if you're not present today.
Yeah.
Doing the uncomfortable thing to be comfortable tomorrow.
That's a good
Amiga,
message.
that's amazing.
For another one, it's a very good
I feel like
message.
dropping the mic.
Thank you. My mic dropped that there. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much. Do you want to say something to your present self, future self, or past self? Or you're not?
I want to say to myself, but I want to also say to everybody else that one thing that I learned in America is because no matter where I am, a lot of people say, oh, I cannot change my life because I'm not United States. I'm still here in this country. Like I'm in Brazil, I live here, so I cannot change my life. I'm living this life. Like you have luck because you're in America. No, that's not reality. This is not true. So what I learned in America is no matter where I am, I can be in the poor country, in the poor village. I can make my dreams come true. I can make my life, and it's up to me. It's not up where I am.
Your mindset.
Around people, if I have money or no money, I will make happen because now I learned it who I am. So my message is for people. They try to find excuse for not having the dream, the life they want to be. Is focus on yourself and believing on yourself, and stop find out excuses for not do what you wanted to do right now in your life. Don't listen to other people if they call you crazy, because oh my God, I listened a lot of in my life that I was crazy, like, and I was about to believe that I was like crazy, but no, like I'm not crazy. Don't listen to other people when they call you crazy. They were not capable or they were not smart, and you're not never gonna happen. Don't listen to other people. Don't do other things that people wanna you be or do. Like be yourself and prioritize yourself and working on yourself and your goals. And that's what I wanna bring out to everybody, for me and to everybody, because I keep saying those messages because we still learning. We still
yes. It's something we need to repeat ourselves, and it's like you said, is not easy sometimes to remind ourselves, because it's easy to get caught up on the game of I'm doing this, like, and it's like a everyday, like, what am I doing? Like, even without even wanting to at work, we do it, like, because we're half, hey, I need to be nice, but in the other half is like, what if somebody's not believing in me or mistreating me or treating me? Like, what I do in those cases, right?
Especially when you are rebuilding yourself, that you back to all the patterns, like the way you used to be. Yes. So when you wanna, rebuilding yourself, change who you are and grow up is hard, because sometimes you
fall back in old patterns.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely. It's easy. It's easy. But well, thank you so much, Gabriella. Thank you so much, Risel. I really appreciate you guys coming.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And then I hope you guys pause, release, and now feel empowered, because that's really the goal. Because I hope you feel the energy. I felt it the whole time, and I'm so glad that you guys came, and I hope that this space have served you guys also. And thank you for your time. And I love you, and I appreciate you so much. And thank you to you ladies. Thank you to everyone that listens to us. Thank you for everyone that is listening to themselves and us. And hopefully we can actually, by going back to our centers, we can not only help ourselves, but also the people around ourselves. And right now, I think it's a much needed time. So thank you so much for everyone out there that is listening to this podcast. It's really done with love, with intention, and it's a passion of mine. And I will do it even if it's the last thing I had to do, because this message that I want to give you is not only from my heart, it's from each of these women that come every Friday and give me their time, and I'm very appreciated. And hopefully to the listeners out there and to the people that watch us, they also, even if it's just one word, even if it's just one message, hopefully you get to listen and to apply it. And if you already know you know you're doing well, just maybe turn around and say something nice, or just send some love to your neighbor. We are here and we are together. So please don't forget that we're meant to be around each other. I love you all. Take your time for yourself, and I'll see you guys on the next episode. I love you.
Bye.
Bye.